Hello, friends. Today we'll be discussing something about population. To be very specific, we'll discuss the concept of a statistical population. When we talk about population, it can be understood in different terms from the viewpoint of economics, from the viewpoint of sociology. But as far as statistics is concerned, we term it in a different way. So let's go. This lecture will be useful for the UGC net preparation for both the paper, because in research population, the concept of population is very important. Similarly, this is important for TET exams, CTET and other competitive exams also, because when we talk about statistics, this is the basic thing which everyone should know, and people usually ignore this topic. So we should have deep knowledge of this topic. What do we mean by the term population? A population refers to any collection of a specified group of human beings, of a specified group of human beings, or of non-human entities like objects. We can talk about objects. We can talk about educational institutions when we are talking as a population. Then there are time units also, in terms of year or decade we can say. Then there is studies on the basis of geographical areas. Then prices of products, wheat example is given, prices of anything, consumable, durables, any product. Then salaries drawn by the individuals, or we can say expenditure done, consumption done. This way, there are different non-human entities, and group of human beings also are considered as the population when it is being represented in a collective way. Some statisticians also call it as a universe. Now coming to the next point, what are the different types of population? First is finite population. A population containing finite number of individuals, members or unit. So when the number of population people involved in the population is fixed, individuals or members or units, whatever units we are talking, if it is fixed, then we call it as a finite population. Example, we have to do the testing, like how many hours a bulb can be used or a LED can be used, number of hours. So suppose a manufacturing company is there, and they have to do the control check. They have to check the quality controls. So they know the fixed number. They know the how much they have produced. So that is a finite number of individual. So that we can say it is a population. But that is if we are using and if we are doing testing on that, so that is a destructive testing. Like if we use all the bulbs and check the number of how many number of hours that bulb is working, so that would be a destructive. All the units will be destroyed after that. So this way it is a finite. Then there is an infinite population. A population with infinite number of members uh, is a infinite population where we can't count the population of pressures at various points in the atmosphere. So we can't count that thing na, pressures कितना आ रहा है atmosphere पे, that we can't count. So it is an infinite population. Then another is existent population. When the individuals this the population of a concrete individual, we are talking about those things, objects or individuals which are already existing. Example, we talk about the galaxy, or in Milky Way, number of stars in the Milky Way. So Milky Way is existing, so that is an existent population, but it will come in infinite, we can't count. fine. But we talk about the planets of our solar system, so that we can count finite, that is a finite population. Though both are existent. When we talk about Milky Way or we talk about our solar system, so both are existent population. Then comes hypothetical population. Usually it is being created, it is being materialized, which we materialized. Example, um, number of heads and tails which we are obtaining by tossing the coin, maybe finite times or infinite times. But that is an hypothetical population. Na? Example of existent is also there. Suppose there are 400 students in of class 10th. So all the 400 students of 10th class of particular school. Suppose we can say all the students of class 12th which are supposed to give exam of say ISC board of Lucknow city or of India. So this is a finite number and it is an existent. It is in existent population. These are the major four types of population. Population and research are very much related. We can't, when while doing research, we can't ignore population. So population is properly defined. It should be properly defined so that there should be clarity as to whether a given unit belongs to population or not. Suppose we have to study about apples, so we can't take sample of an orange, na? तो इट शुड देयर शुड बी क्लैरिटी कि पॉपुलेशन में कौन सा यूनिट है वो पॉपुलेशन को बिलोंग करता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन अ सर्वे ऑफ अचीवमेंट इन मैथमेटिक्स, व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द अचीवमेंट ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, just imagine I am talking about the achievement of mathematics, then I should be very much clear as to which target group I am talking to. पॉपुलेशन कौन से स्टूडेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो आई शुड बी क्लियर विद द एज और बाय ग्रेड. ठीक है. देन आई कैन ऑल्सो फर्दर फिल्टर इट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लाइक टाइप ऑफ स्कूल, कौन से टाइप का स्कूल ले रहे हैं, यूपी बोर्ड गवर्नमेंट ले रहे हैं, प्राइवेट ले रहे हैं, टाइप ऑफ बोर्ड यूपी बोर्ड, सीबीएसई, आईएससी, और विच अदर स्टेट बोर्ड, और वी कैन take international board also. And then we have to clarify the geographical area also, whether we are talking about the metro city, Mumbai, Lucknow, which city we are talking. And then we should be clear with the year also. We are talking about which year. I am collecting data of 2020 of suppose class 7 students. Then it has nothing to do with the data of comparison or anything with the 2010 data. Fine. So these things should be clear. This is the reason population बहुत clearly define होना चाहिए. Inferences, whatever inferences concerning to the population are drawn, we cannot draw until the nature of the units is clearly identified. It is not possible to identify, to draw inferences related with population. Uh, we we can't analyze the data, we can't judge anything if the population is not clearly defined. A researcher does not know which units have to consider when selecting a sample. अगर population clearly defined नहीं होगा तो researcher sample भी नहीं select कर पाएगा. As to from where we should know, we are talking, if we are talking about fruits, तो we are talking about which fruit. Apple ले रहे हैं तो when we are talking about the this apple के बारे में कुछ discuss कर रहे हैं, then we can't take pineapple over there ना. तो researcher confuse हो जाएगा. तो population should be very much clear. Further, in this point only, the researcher needs precise information on such matters to draw valid inferences from the sample. जो उसको population under consideration है उसके बारे में उसको precise information चाहिए. Whenever we are talking about population, तो population का भी average होता है, population का भी standard deviation होता है. तो these values, average and standard deviation, when we are taking it from the population, उस term को कहा जाता है parameters. That term is known as parameter. This is very important thing. It is usually asked, आप last 10 years के papers निकाल लीजिए तो ये हमेशा हमेशा क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, the values which come from the population. statistical values like averages, yeah, average mean values, or SD, standard deviation values, which are coming from the population, is refers to parameters, and they are being denoted as mu. ये उसका ग्रीक लेटर से डिनोट किया जाता है म्यू, एंड दिस इज सिग्मा, लो केस सिग्मा. दीज आर द टू वैल्यूज जो पॉपुलेशन के. लेट्स डिस्कस फ्यू MCQs. फर्स्ट इज अ पैरामीटर क्या है? इट इज अ सैंपल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स और अ पॉपुलेशन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक और अननोन और नॉन नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. तो आंसर इज इट इज अ population characteristics. यहाँ पे आंसर इज written wrong. It should be B. It should be B. Fine. Now another example. 50 bottles of water were randomly selected from a large collection of bottles in a company warehouse. तो what is that large collection of bottles क्या है? Large collection of bottles क्या है? It is a population. It is not parameter. ठीक है? It is a population. अच्छा, the mean could be, जो मीन होता है वो पैरामीटर होगा कि स्टैटिस्टिक होगा, या पैरामीटर और स्टैटिस्टिक बोथ होगा. तो हियर लेट मी मेक वन थिंग मोर क्लियर. जिस तरीके से पॉपुलेशन की सारी चीज़ों को पैरामीटर कहा जाता है, उसी तरह सैंपल की सारे वैल्यूज को स्टैटिस्टिक कहा जाता है. when we'll be doing in our next lecture, we'll be doing in detail things related with sampling and types of samples and everything. Over there I'll make this thing clear. तो आंसर फॉर दिस थिंग इज दिस, क्योंकि मीन वैल्यू पैरामीटर भी हो सकती है, स्टैटिस्टिक भी हो सकती है. कमिंग टू द फोर्थ क्वेश्चन. करेक्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ पैरामीटर. पैरामीटर क्या है? लाइक वी हैव डन इट इन लास्ट. एस तो नहीं है, एस कुछ वैल्यू नहीं थी, लेकिन हाँ म्यू कुछ वैल्यू थी. म्यू के साथ क्या था? सिग्मा. सो दिस इज द आंसर बी. दिस इज द आंसर. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट. द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एस एंड दिस सिग्मा. क्या डिफरेंस है? तो यूजुअली नहीं, एस इज फॉर द सैंपल एंड सिग्मा इज फॉर द पॉपुलेशन. एस पॉपुलेशन का नहीं होता है और एस इज नॉट अ पैरामीटर. सो बी एंड सी इज नॉट correct. Answer this A is correct. Coming to the last question. A sample from the population does not have to share the same characteristics as a population. False. उसके same characteristics होने चाहिए. This is the right answer. ठीक है? Answer is false. Okay, thanks students. Thanks for watching. These lectures are usually for the beginners, and next time I'll be bringing with points related with sampling techniques, sampling methods, and all such things. If you have any suggestion, queries, you can write it in the comment box. And if you feel that this lecture is useful to you can subscribe the channel, like it, and share it with your friends. Thank you.